Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. So, today I would like to talk to you guys about a very unique subject called Chinese Vedic Astrology. So, Chinese Vedic Astrology is called 七政四余in Chinese, which roughly translates to the seven sovereigns and the four excesses. So, during the early Tang Dynasty, there was a great cultural exchange between China and India. And around that time, a lot of astrological knowledge was exchanged between the two countries. So, in the older versions of Chinese Vedic astrology, which was used throughout the Tang and Song dynasty, it was a sidereal astrology that basically matched one-to-one with the Vedic zodiac, even though we were using the Chinese zodiac. And you will see in the future how the Chinese zodiac matches one-to-one with the Vedic zodiac. The famed mythical creators of this astrology is also the two authors of the very famous book called 推背图, or Pushing Back book, which was a book of prophecies written in the early Tang dynasty. So generally, one of the biggest similarities of Chinese astrology and Vedic astrology is that in my school of learning, we both use the fixed star of Spica. We use 180 degrees of Spica to be 0 degrees of Aries, just like in Vedic astrology. Spica being the nakshatra of Chitra, hence Chitra Ayanamsha. One of the biggest differences between Chinese Vedic astrology and Indian Vedic astrology is that Chinese Vedic astrology does not use divisional charts. What the Chinese does incorporate is 2 extra upagrahas, which they call the 4 excesses, including Rahu, Ketu, Lilith, and a purely unique upagraha that only the Chinese use called purple chi. The 7 sovereigns meaning the sun and moon and the 5 visible planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, while the 4 excesses are Rahu, Ketu, Lilith, and purple chi. Because the Chinese incorporated their Taoist philosophies into their astrology, they viewed the planets differently from how the Vedic Indians viewed the 5 planets and the sun and moon. The 5 planets are not seen as gods. They are seen as elements. Jupiter representing wood, Venus representing metal, Saturn representing earth, Mercury representing water, and Mars representing fire. As for Rahu, Ketu, Lilith, and purple chi, Rahu, just like how the Indians viewed it, represented the excessive energies of Saturn. Ketu represented the excessive energies of Mars. Now here, Lilith represented the excessive energies of Mercury, and purple chi represented the energies of Jupiter. Out of these 4 excesses, purple chi was considered a positive upagraha or energy, and it had the power to pacify Rahu. In Chinese Vedic astrology, we also have our own nakshatra system or constellation system, which is based on 28 constellations. These constellations are not equal, as in some constellations could be as long as 15 to 20 degrees, while others could be as short as 1 degree. For example, the Ghost constellation, which is only about 1 degree long, that starts from 0 degrees of Cancer to 1 degree of Cancer. In the Vedic nakshatra system, it is within the nakshatra of Punarvasu. Now, for our Chinese interpretation of the Ghost nakshatra, if your ascendant or ascendant lord is conjunct this 1 degree, it usually signifies that you are someone who is very good and quick with his tongue. And usually a lot of lawyers are seen to have some type of aspect or placement on this constellation. In the future, I will talk about the constellations and their meanings one by one, as it will play a big role in how we interpret Chinese Vedic astrology charts. Throughout history, since the Tang Dynasty, there has been many evolutions to this style of teaching. And the further and further we get to the modern era, the less and less it relates to sidereal and Vedic astrology. The version that I will be teaching in the future videos is the one that's the most closely related to Vedic astrology and is the earliest version. So if you guys are interested in learning more about Chinese Vedic astrology, please hit the like and subscribe button below. And until then, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.